Alright, welcome back to the shop. Show you what I got going on today. I've done a video on this tool a while ago. I don't know, maybe it wasn't any good, but show you what I got. So I had a glider on the front patio that was white, and I built an Adirondack chair and I painted it this blue, so I'm finally matching the two. Like I said, I sanded it yesterday and then painted half of it, flipped it over, painted the bottom half. Today I'm painting all that, the front and the back, the sides, bottom. So show you how I'm doing it. I got this GRACO made in USA, True Coat 360 variable speed. It's a true airless paint and stain sprayer. This thing's actually really nice. I've done quite a few projects with it, small ones like chairs and stuff, but if you're doing fences or a shed, this thing would work. The only downside of that is it doesn't hold a lot. It holds maybe a quart. So if you're doing a fence, you'd probably be refilling quite a bit, but I just wanted to give you the details of this tool. Show you what I like about it, how it works, things like that. Let's see how I can make this as quick as possible. So basically, here's the gun. Okay, it's 120 volts, it's electric. I might have mentioned I have an old electric one, Wagner maybe, and back in the day they are loud, and it's just like a piston that's driving the paint out. It's pushing it out rather than like an air pressure. So they're banging around a lot, so they're kind of loud, but you'll be surprised at this one. It's pretty nice. So you can spray stain, you can spray paint. If you're spraying paint, they give you two different types of tips. One's for narrow paint spraying, one's for wide. Same with the stains. And then if you're whatever one you're doing, you have to use a certain screen in it. So if you're doing stain, it's finer mesh paint, a little more porous, I guess. But first step is take your gun out, put your screen in here. I'm doing paint, right? Second step is to take and put your paint in your container. And I just got water in it now because I just finished washing it, but I'll spray some water out and I'll show you how that works. So if you want to fill it up, you take a liner, comes with 4 of them, and you put it in this cage. It's real easy. Right? And this liner just sits in this gray cage. Right? So drop your liner in there, and it seals around the top. Okay? It gives you some chapstick, I guess we'll call it, for the lube. For that, screw the top on, fill it up with paint next. Right? Kind of snug. But to fill it up with paint, they give you this funnel, and your funnel locks on like a quarter turn, eighth of a turn. Set it in there, lock it in there. Take this paint strainer, and it kind of clips in there, so it's not going to fall out. It's got a little pop to it, and that'll strain out most of the gunk, right? Especially if you're like me and you like holding on to old paint. Pour your paint in there. Remember, it doesn't take a lot. Like I said, a quart of paint in there. After it's filled up, throw this thing right in a bucket of water. Once it's dripped down enough, soap and water. You want to just keep that thing clean as quickly as you can. Okay, we got paint in there. Take your gun, and it just twists on 2. All right, I keep my, let's see if I can do this behind the camera. There's a vent hole here. I keep it to the right front. I don't know if it'll go anywhere else. If you could spin this container around and it'll lock on, I don't know, but I keep it right here. First thing you got to do though is you got to get the air out of this system. So all you do is squeeze the bag. I turn it up, put it to prime. I'll mention that in a second here, and then just slowly, trying to see if the camera's even picking this up. Start squeezing that bag. Can't even see that. We'll see it on this side. Sorry. So squeeze the bag and keep that vent hole to the top as much as I can, and slowly squeeze out all of your paint, all your stain, all your liquid, and then it'll come up to the top there. You don't have to get all of it out, I don't think. And now it's under suction right there. It's all locked in. It's a vacuum. Okay. Then on the other side of this thing is a lever right here. Down is priming the pump, forward is spraying. So we want to start out with priming it. This thing's nice too, it just sits there, right? Put your whatever tip you're using, whatever material you're spraying, use the appropriate tip. The tip fits in. It actually goes in the side, but it's for the spray. But it fits in. It's got these little notches on this. I'm on. Blinded by the sun in my eye to my right. So those little grooves there, right there, they fit in a slot. So you got to look for that at the appropriate spot. On the side of this, I don't know if you could see that, but it's to the front. So you slip this in, right? Grooves towards the front, push it in there, and then turn it to spray. Sorry, this way. And then just put it in there and turn it to spray. And it says right on there that it's spraying that. And you can see the changes are actually in here. I don't know if you can see that or not. All right, so there's the tip right there. And then you can turn this and fan it whatever way you're spraying. It's 360. Okay, it's pretty basic. So fill it up with paint, get all your air out of there, turn this lever to prime. Usually if you get all the air out, you really don't hardly have to prime it, but turn it to prime, plug it in. It's got an adjustment for the amount of paint that it spews out. I can crank this thing all the way up to 10. Show you what we got. Keep priming it. There's air still in there. Well, hang on a minute. I can see the air. I didn't get it all out, and there's quite a bit in there. So let's see if we can squeak a little bit more out. Make it a little easier for us. Just try and rock it sometimes too, and close the lid and shake it up a little bit and see if you can get any more bubbles out of there. It's pretty good. There it is. Yeah, you got to get the air out, right? Oh. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll move away a little bit. See where I gotta be spraying. I'll spray down into the bucket. That's number 10. That's number 5. It's just the amount it puts on. If you hear that banging, it's like a piston in there that's drawing the paint in and blasting it out with a piston. So it's not air. So it's a little loud, but some of them old ones are super loud. Not too bad. I mean, this thing pushes the paint. Job. I hope the camera's picking that up, because this thing is... Back am I? It's got a lot of paint. So anyway, this is that GRACO True Coat 360, true airless. Variable speed. Yeah, it's not a bad gun. I forgot what I paid for it. I mean, I can look that up. I'm sure you can too. In our favorite shopping store. Yeah, that's it. I sprayed this thing with it, sanded it down, a couple coats on there, 3 coats on the spots that like your armrest and stuff. I don't know, it was just a quick project. It looked like crud out front, being one white and one blue and mismatched cushions. So we'll get some nice cushions for it, and I'll show you what it all looks like when it's done. But if you're interested, also I do a lot of, if I'm doing like night spraying, sometimes even the day. I'll put it in the Wagner tent. That's what I did last night on the bottom half of it, and then I just closed up the screen and then walked away so no bugs are getting stuck in the paint and all that stuff. Well, not the best paint job. I mean, this thing was kind of rough sitting out there, but the color was terrible. So at least it matches the one out front. I was starting to brush it, and I don't mind brush painting, but there's a lot going on here for a brush. I'm like, give me the sprayer. I spent the money. The only downside of this thing is cleaning it, I think. I mean, you got to clean everything, right? Your brushes, I even use the cheapest brushes I can find, but I still clean them instead of just throwing them out. So that's it. I mean, you got to clean this thing. It's not too bad to clean. You pull the paint bucket off the bottom, you clean all that out, you pull the tip out, you clean all that out. I don't think it came with a toothbrush, so I throw that in my box. And then you just shoot a bunch of it out of there, but there's still, I don't know, I wouldn't mind getting a little deeper into the cleaning, but it won't allow you to, so it is what it is. Not a bad tool though, this GRACO True Coat 360 variable speed. And it says that you don't have to thin the paint. Man, I don't know. I really haven't tried that. I'm kind of nervous about sticking just a whole quart of paint in there to find out that it don't want to pump it. But no need to thin, easy to use and clean. Ultimate control, yeah, adjustable pressure to spray the widest range of coatings. Project sizes here, it says 2 gallons project light, or usage light, speed gallons per minute 0.12, 4 tips included, 10 speed control. I mean, you do inside too, you know. I mean, these things wouldn't be bad for just if you had a roller, I don't know, and you had a paint gun, you could be squirting and rolling at the same time maybe. I don't know, whatever. It's not a bad tool. So I wanted to get this project done, and I'm gonna let it bake in the sun for a couple days now. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.